Hi, Kim Wilson back with our third card, our last card of the day for the August card class. And we're doing a really fun technique called Kintsugi. And this is a Japanese technique, and it's actually started with pottery. We've got the pottery theme going on here. We did some Earth and Elegance projects previously, and now I'm doing this Kintsugi technique, which is basically repairing broken pieces. So the Japanese use gold and silver to repair broken pottery pieces and patch them back together so that they're better and more beautiful than they were before. And so we're going to do this with paper. So we're going to grab a piece of the this is the, let's see, the Countryside and Designer Series paper is perfect for this because it's got these dark blue kind of patterns, and they're kind of almost like a pottery pattern too. So I thought they would be perfect for this technique. And we're going to do some tearing. So usually 3 to 5 works good. I did 3 pieces, so you just want to kind of do a very controlled tear, nice and slow. So I'm kind of taking the corner off here. So taking one corner off at the beginning there, and then I'm taking that piece and kind of tearing that down like that to make another piece. So I've got 3 pieces all together. Now my paper's all broken, so what can I do to put it back together? Well, I can try some embossing. I'm using silver because I think it looks really good with the blue, but gold is great too. So I guess traditionally they use gold, but can use silver for this technique. So let's see. First, we're going to need a Versamark ink pad right there, and get ready to do some embossing. Now, you want to kind of look at your pieces and decide where you want the embossing, because it doesn't go all around all the pieces, because then it would kind of stick up a little bit. So you kind of want just one spot to have the embossing. So I kind of looked at my pieces and decided which ones looked good to be embossed. So on the instruction sheet, you can kind of see here my tearing, and it says in my sample I used the left torn edge of the right piece, so that would be this one here I embossed, and then I embossed both pieces here, and that will cover all of the surfaces. So let's see if I calculated that right. So I'm just going to take my Versamark, add it to that side, and then add it to the tears on this bottom piece here. The top corner won't need any embossing because it'll be all covered up by the other pieces. And then I'm just going to add my silver embossing powder and see how this turns out. This embossing powder is pretty old, so we'll see how it is. Hopefully it's still good. Had it for many, many years. It lasts a long, long time. Okay, and I've got my nice ceramic tweezers here. Let's see if I got picked up. It's kind of hard to tell if I picked up any powder. Oh, that's right. This one, the powder is only going to be on this edge here. Let me just make sure I have plenty of it. Plenty of powder on the edge there, because that's the edge that's going to be embossed. And I hold it pretty close to my piece, and don't move it around too much because it takes a little while to see that shine. Okay, that piece is ready. Let's grab the other piece. Oh, this is working out good. I'm getting that piece all embossed. Make sure it's all melted and shiny. Okay, now it's time to put all the pieces back together again. Hopefully, oh, I almost lost my top corner. Okay, so we want to put our embossed pieces on last, which means this top corner, which didn't get anything, is going to go on first. So my liquid glue, put on that corner, and I'm just putting it on a Night of Navy matte. You can put it on any color piece that you would like. Okay, this piece is going to go on next, and that piece is going to kind of cover up that corner there. So that crack is now repaired. Now we'll repair this crack here. Okay, got all our cracks repaired here, and then just finish putting everything together. So let's see, we've got our card base, thick basic white. Yeah, I didn't do a good job of getting my mat even here, so I could just take my paper trimmer and fix that up a little bit and make it a little more even. Let's see, I should have one more piece in here, yes, in my envelope. And I do have kits left. If you didn't get a kit, all the consumable pieces that you need are already cut and ready to go. I'm adding the Courage and Faith stamp set because I think this goes really nicely with what I've been working with the earth and textures. It has a lot of really cool Bible verses, and I thought Be of Good Courage really fits the Kintsugi kind of sentiment here with the repairing and somebody that's going through a trial, and you want to encourage them. So we're using Night of Navy, and again, I'm using the Nested Essentials dies. Hey, I remembered the name this time. Might Be of Good Courage. And again, I'm going to put that on dimensionals, which hopefully are still around here. Got my mini dimensionals. Which go a lot further. They just are a little harder to work with. Okay, that's going to go on there. Let's see. This is going to go on the card base. And then I just have to add my twine. So let's see. Here it is. So I got a 16-inch piece here. And I'm just going to fold it in half and cut my end here so I have two ends, and then make a little double bow. I think the double bow is just gives a little more oomph there to our bow than a single piece of the twine. And fluff that up a little bit, and then looks like I have way too much here, so we'll trim some off, but it's better to have too much than not enough, and it's easier to work with, so it's easier to trim it off afterwards. And then probably a glue dot would work best to put that down, but don't have any right here, so I'll try a little liquid glue, and if it doesn't stay, I'll come back and add a glue dot. There we go. Be of Good Courage. And then I didn't put anything on the inside, but I have a suggested little quote that I kind of made up that went along with it. May God mend your brokenness into strength and beauty. I just thought that would be nice to handwrite or a computer write on the inside, just to go along with the Be of Good Courage. So hope you enjoyed that technique. Try it with silver, try it with gold, and try it with different papers. It does work best with kind of a darker paper, so give it a try and see what you think. Happy crafting!